Hey, howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, sampler video series videos I do for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, at the time I'm doing this, folks, do you know that Steve Ditko, famous comic book, creator / artist that he was, one point in time was commissioned by DC to go over there and basically come up with a version of Captain America for their books. It's actually how we got the character Commander Steel, who actually made an appearance in the, not in the movies, but in like the, was it The Flash or one of those, one of the live action TV ones. But yeah, that's the thing that you now know that I told you. But anyway, I'm inside the truck, clearly. I'm also wearing grody work shirt, although it's not as grody as it usually is because it got all cleaned up yesterday, so it's a little grody still. Still had to go through work and everything. Typically, that means that I went over there, I was on my way home from work, I found a thing to review. It's kind of the case today. Well, we're going to get to that. Because what am I reviewing for y'all today, folks? Well, I'm feeling extra patriotic. We're doing boom! It is 3D Energy Drink Liberty Pop flavor. So here's the thing with this. I have tried the 3D Energy products. I actually tried them like when they first came out. I was at 7-Eleven, probably like 2 years ago now, something like that. And I ran into them and I decided I'd give them a shot. I don't know if I was doing reviews at that point or if I was on my hiatus period or whatever it was, but I didn't bother to do any reviews. I'd actually been meaning to do this one, but couldn't find it. And then lo and behold, last week I'm over at work and we got a guy in my department who sometimes I'll go over there, I'll find wacky drinks for him to try, and sometimes he'll find stuff for me to try. And that's how this came about. I have done a number of like Liberty Pop, like Rocket Pop. I'm guessing that's what this is. I'm guessing it's based off like the old Rocket Pop popsicles. I did one for Alani Nu. I did one for Faygo. I did one for, Bucked Up Energy. Like, I think I've done at least 4 or 5 of these damn things now. So I don't know exactly, like, I guess the energy drink companies finally cracked the code, to go over there and have the Liberty Pop be a flavor that you could drink. But, so let's give it a shot and see how it is. I couldn't even tell you what 3D Energy tastes like anymore. It's been so long. I tried it the one time, was fine with it, and I was like, all right, I don't need to do that again. It's very fragrant. I can smell it from here. Ooh, it smells lemony. Let me correct myself. Limey. I got into a whole stupid debate with a guy online at one point. He came up in my comments, and I forget exactly, like he commented on my pineapple special, which go watch that one. It's a 2-part episode. And he was talking about, he was a big fan of Faygo. He's like, brr, 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 Faygo's the best pineapple soda. That's an opinion to have. And he recommended that, I should check out the Rocket Pop one. And so I linked him to the fact that I'd already tried the Rocket Pop one, actually. And he did not like my assessment. It was very critical. It's lime, not lemon. Sorry. And then he unsubscribed from my channel, which is fine. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like my reviews, you don't have to stick around. I'm not trying to be an ass about it. I'm just stating a true fact. So plenty of great reviewers who are way better than me. So this has got to be 0 sugar. Are you 0 sugar? Yes, you're 0 sugar. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot of caffeine, folks. But it's also 0 sugar. Man, I wish that energy drinks would... Well, I shouldn't say that. So, if you watch any of my reviews of, like, energy drinks that are 0 sugar, I always bring this up. Folks, I'm not against the idea of the 0 sugar stuff. I do think, like I said, we should, try to limit our sugar intake, especially here in America. So I like that aspect of it. Albeit usually they use sugar additives, or not additives, sugar substitutes, which basically act like sugar in your body anyway, but, that is what it is. But for the sake of flavor, as soon as you make something zero sugar, it's very rare, not unheard of, but usually it just makes it taste not as good as it should. Because the overall flavor I like, it's a very smooth energy drink, which I appreciate. And I like the sort of, they're calling it Liberty Pop, Rocket Pop flavor, whatever you want to call it. But it's got that zero sugar aspect of it where it's not as good as it could be. Like for me, that's just definitive. If you're going to go over there and have some, I think like, maybe Amino Energy, like their grape flavor was zero sugar and that one actually still tasted really good. This one still tastes good. It's better than some of the other zero sugar options I've had. But again, it just doesn't taste as good as it could. And for me, if you're already drinking an energy drink, it's 200 milligrams of caffeine. Am I really that concerned about my health if this is what the fuck I'm drinking? I mean, I guess it's, apples and oranges, but just... And it's a shame because, like I said, I do like it. The lime taste, lime, not lemon, okay, lime, is actually very prominent. It's not only is it very prominent, but it's the most lasting taste that you get, and I actually like that. I think it adds like a nice like sort of citrusy hit to it. So I mean, yeah, I can dig this, and unlike some of the ones that I've had, I think maybe it was Bucked Up Energy, the Rocket Pop version of that one didn't really feel too much like Rocket Pop flavor. This one I can go with it. I don't think you would have to tell me specifically that that's what it is. Like, I might be able to actually just work this one out. Might not be exactly where my brain goes to, but it's at least in the realm of things. Because it has almost like a citrusy fruit punch kind of flavor to it. And then, like I said, you get that lime flavor that really kind of lasts to the end, and it's nice. Especially for an energy drink, because energy drinks can taste very heavy. This one is lighter and it's more refreshing, which is actually really nice. As far as the zero sugar aspect goes, it is better than some of them at covering it up. It's still present. Like I said, I was able to immediately, suss that out. So there's that end of things, but again, compared to, not to shit on it, but compared to the Bucked Up Energy one, that it was very apparent in that, and for me, it really kind of diminished that whole experience. Whereas with this one, it's more reasonable for me. I can get along with this one better than the Bucked Up Energy, so it's more of a pleasant experience. Now, that said, two things have to be asked. Would I try it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe and kinda. I don't know that I would go out of my way to get it again. Like, it's nothing that I need to try again. But if it was at a location, that I happen to be at, and it had been a long enough period of time since I'd last had it, I might be willing to pick it up because it does have an overall good tasting experience. And, 200 milligrams of caffeine, so, it's going to do that end of things. And, zero sugar if that's the thing that you're shooting for. And if I were going to recommend it to other people, I mean, it really comes down to what you want out of an energy drink. Like I said, it's 200 milligrams of caffeine, zero sugar. Those are, two qualities that might kind of be opposing in certain regards, but at the same time, I could see there being people who would want that to be the case. So really what it comes down to is taste. I mean, if you want a Rocket Pop flavored energy drink, this is not the worst. In fact, I would put it on the better end of the scale. I don't think it's maybe the best, but I'd have to sort of flip through my memories to try to figure out which one I think was the best of them. But this one is at least good. Like I said, I don't think it's super spectacular or anything that special, but it's not bad. If you're interested, go ahead and give it a shot. I don't think it's anything worth going out of your way for, is all. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly 3D-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, if we're not 3D, what are we, 2-dimensional? Come on now, folks. I mean, granted, I've met some very 2-dimensional people. I've met very 1-dimensional people in my life. And let me tell you, not necessarily bad people, but, man, those are hard folks to deal with. It's just the truth, folks, just the truth. Be a full and multifaceted person is what I'm saying. Oh, final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, I emphasize try at the front of that. That's very deliberate because at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to fail. I know that other people are going to fail. We're probably all going to fail sometimes. But when we fail, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, try again, do better for ourselves, and do better for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try out some 3D Rocket Liberty Pop energy, as I've done here in this video. And maybe you're going to drink it and you're going to be like, okay, it's not bad, I enjoy it. But then you go over there and you get a sudden upshot of patriotism while you're drinking it. And then you think back to the thing that I said at the beginning of the video about Commander Steel, and you're like, you know what, maybe I'm going to go over there and use my considerable artistic and or writing talents. I'm going to bring back Commander Steel. We're going to make him into the character that Steve Ditko always knew that he could be. And damn it, we're going to go over there and he's going to be a main force in the DC Comics. And then you'll be the person who brought him into the 2020s. Sure. Hell, why not even? Or conversely, maybe just go over there and go out and get yourself a nice hamburger and a beer or a soda or something like that. And yay, America. Hooray! Bye.